knowing this and using this drill actually makes the golf swing really, really, really simple. We're going to be looking at the part of the swing which will make a huge difference. And what I mean by that is, that part of the golf swing, under hip height on the way back and under hip height on the way through. If we can control this aspect, we're going to be a much better player. And the reason I say that, right, you picture the driving range. All those different swings on tour, on the PGA Tour, on the European Tour, some funky ones out there now, right? We have gone away from tradition, but if you look at most of them into impact, they are pretty much the same. A lot less different at the impact position than they are at the top of the backswing. And this is why this drill can make a huge difference to your golf game. Now for this drill, it's really not going to need much. 2 T-pegs and an alignment stick. If you're at the driving range, you could place these, replace these 2 T-pegs with coins of some aspect, okay? Now, really important, we get our alignment stick down and it's pointing to where we want the ball to finish. So essentially, our ball to target line. Now, the first T-peg, I want you to put trace all the way back and then a club head inside. I then want you to do the same thing on the through swing. Trace all the way forwards, club head inside. So, I want you now to feel like we've got a semicircle that's going to help you connect those dots. Now, why I think this is super important is it allows us to control the first foot and that 2 feet into impact, at impact, and just past impact. As I said, quite possibly the most important part of the golf swing. So let's break this down into 2 stages. Let's look at it backswing and downswing. Now the process I want you to follow down at the driving range with the 3 golf balls is this. We're going to hit one where we just swing T-peg to T-peg, one hip height to hip height, then one shoulder height to shoulder height. You will feel as though you are controlling the most important parts of the swing. Now before we do the drill, let's just point out these few things and watch me here. We can clearly see if you whip it inside and I'm coming over it. We can clearly see if we're outside of it and coming this way. All I want you to concentrate on is that your club face is nice and square. We've not really moved the wrist at all. All we've done is move the sternum to point at the T-peg, and on the way through, move the sternum to point at the T-peg. Now, if we add some speed to that, for ball number 1, this is so good. We're gonna get a little mini arc happening in our golf swing. Yes, you heard me right. Mini arc that works around and around, moving correctly at the most important part of the swing, and that is why it's going to make a huge, huge difference. So ball 1. Pose it. You will go a little bit past that because of momentum. Okay. Ball 2. It's just such a good drill. So you should start to get a nice little line of balls. Ball 2 here, hip height to hip height. And then final ball, shoulder height to shoulder height. Now all I'm trying to do is picture my club head working over this T-peg on the way back and over that T-peg on the way through. So completing a natural, easy, swinging easy golf swing. So we're now on to the shoulder height to shoulder height. All I'm going to concentrate on is working that club over these points at that point in the golf swing. The rest of it can sort of do what it wants. Here we go. Shoulder height, the strike, the strike. And you think of controlling that point of that swing, the rest of it will feel a little freer. The rest of it will feel a little bit more natural. Because putting these screenshots up here, impact, impact, that is the most important point. So today's video, if you come to the face-on perspective, is allowing you to control the start, the first foot, allowing you then to control this 2 feet into impact on the way through. That doesn't see you come across the T-pegs, that doesn't see you work to inside the T-pegs, or chop down, or scoop. All these aspects we've been trying to get out of our game since day dot. You can work through this with this drill. This is why you have to try it. It's simple, it's easy, and it starts to feel a little bit more effortless. And well, we can lose a little bit of baggage as well, because very often we use drills and they become a little bit too intense. So let's take this full circle now. Let's grab one more ball. How do I hit this down on the golf course? So I've got 130 left in. It'd help if I had a ball. And as if by magic, we've got another ball. Hopefully. And actually, let's go in the comments. If you're going out for a medal round on a Saturday, how many balls are you putting in your bag? I've known one person that I've taught in the past, or still teach now. I won't name them. I'll leave them elusive. That carries 25 balls, 30 balls. It's my dad. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous. How many golf balls are you carrying in your bag? And I will add into that, he doesn't carry the bag, he sort of trolleys, but still, it's far too many golf balls. So on the golf course, if you come round to the down the line perspective with me, I'm gonna sort of come just inside of where we had our little bit of a drill set up and tee our golf ball up here. Now, this is a stupidly long par 3, especially off this back tee, and that flag is right at the back. We'll go down there and show you how tough that flag is. So I'm going to picture here, as I'm sort of standing behind the golf ball, creating my ball to target line, my red alignment stick, boom, in. All I'm going to picture is a little bit of a mark just inside, a little bit of a mark just inside on the way through, and I create that when I'm over the golf ball. Waggle over those. Make it feel natural, make it feel smooth, and all I'm trying to control is picturing the club head working over the T-peg on the way back and over the T-peg on the way through. Oh, go! It's got to go to get up that tee. Fly ball! Just short. Just short. There we go, that's today's YouTube video. It's simple, it's easy, we're controlling the part of the golf swing which makes a huge, huge difference. Starting it together, moving it together, working through impact to achieve this, not this, not this, and not scooping. Simple, easy, make sure you give it a go and try it now.